So I apologize for the absence of videos as of late because I'm with my family attending a very prestigious ritual ceremony and I'm gonna have an exam next week, so it's gonna be pretty busy. But right now I want to talk about something a little controversial. Recently I got into a heated argument with a YouTuber named Operation Blackthorn. You can watch the entire debate in its glory right on my Fire Emblem Fates video, and if I don't have it archived, this person is willing to archive it. Thanks for that. Now, the reason why I bring this up is because I want to make a really controversial video that would probably cross the moral event horizon. I'm a very open person. I'm willing for debates. I'm willing for good arguments. I am not willing for people quitting in the middle of nowhere without proving me anything. So I'm going to make this very clear. We're talking about child pornography and lolis. My position on that is simply like this. Fictional CP is fine. Real CP is not fine. Do you see where I'm coming from? If not, let me explain it properly. Since this is coming from a Fire Emblem Fates video, let's discuss this on how the hell can we get into debates of CP in a Fire Emblem video. This is a user who argues that you pet underage girls in the Fire Emblem game. Okay, from this Fire Emblem wallpaper, there are characters that look underage, but how does it matter? They're fictional characters. There's also another problem when we consider that we're dealing with Japanese-drawn characters. The problem with Japanese anime-drawn characters is that they tend to draw their characters so overly cute and kawaii that people constantly misinterpret them as underage. Japanese games get a lot of flack for this. It's a very easy weapon that the moral guardian use to attack on Japanese media, even though there's absolutely nothing wrong on consuming it. Let's get a few examples, shall we? Now Tomori from Charlotte. Looks like your typical elementary student, right? Nope, she's in high school. Yuka from Elfen Lied. She looks like your typical everyday middle school girl, right? Nope, she's a college student. The little cute guy from the thumbnail, Honey. He looks like a very cute kindergartner who just wants to play. Aww. He's a senior year student at Oran High School, older than the main protagonist, Suzu Hagimura from Seitokai Yakuindomo. You know what, in her case, I'll let her speak for herself.
いいかこれでも私は16歳だしかも IQ180 の帰国子女英語ペラペラ10桁の暗算なんて朝飯前その才能を買われ現在生徒会の会計を務めるどうこれでも私を子供扱いする
それは子供だ
People can interpret art with multiple varying degrees of interpretation. That's the wonderful thing that I love about art. And of course, some interpretations can lead into some really unfortunate implications. And usually people who do interpret them this way are pretty sensitive. And thanks to the arguments that I have with one of these overly sensitive peoples, they have absolutely no good arguments to back it up other than, it hurts my feelings. Now, the question here is, are lolis, fictional CP, acceptable in the mainstream releases? Obviously no. I don't think you should make loli mainstream. Keep it a small market that only a few people enjoy. And for the love of God, don't be like those pedophiles that are trying to make pedophile mainstream and accessible. Just Jesus Christ. Now, is Fire Emblem Fates Petting Minigame loli? No, it's not. Even if it is, they're fictional characters. And there's nothing wrong with this mechanic. It's okay if it's fiction. For God's sake, if feces can be considered modern art, anything can be. I detest real-life child pornography, like everyone else, because freaking hell, you use real-life children and you make them do things that they're not supposed to do until they were adults. They're not mature enough to understand this, and even if they are, I doubt that they would do it. To say that fictional child pornography is the same as real child pornography is like saying killing people in video games is just like killing people in real life. They're both the same argument. They're both crimes. They're both absolutely horrible, morally bankrupt things to do in real life, but they're also fascinating in fictional realms. Why? Because fiction is not real life. It's not supposed to be a fully accurate representation of real life because real life is boring. There's a reason why people call it escapist fiction, to escape from reality and get into a world where we can enjoy something else entirely. If killing people in video games do not make gamers serial killers, so are admiring tits. So if you're still not clear on my position on this, Mr. Blackthorn, let me summarize it for you to prove that this petting minigame is not loli and does not deserve to be removed from the game. 1. It's anime drawn characters. People have the tendency to misinterpret them as children. Why? 2. Because they're fictional drawn characters. Nobody is harmed on the process of that petting minigame. Nobody is molested on that petting minigame. No real life crime has been committed on that petting minigame because it's a video game. 3, because it's harmless and you have no scientific data to back it up with the effect of said minigame. This minigame has the right to exist within the Western release alongside a proper Japan to English translation. 4. When you say that the Japanese culture should be localized, but at the same time let Middle Eastern and African peoples to mass rape peoples in German and later on defend said peoples, you only come off as a freaking hypocrite. Multiculturalism my ass. I hate these peoples. I really hate these peoples. The only way for us to stop these peoples is if we release these Muslim rapists into the headquarters of IGN. See how much your attempts on not being racist will save you as someone shove a broom up your fat hairy ass. That's all for the vlog today. If you like this, you can go ahead and click the like button and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching.